Hey, what's up, y'all? This your boy Livin with the Hendersons coming at y'all with another game. Today we got LA Clippers versus the LA Lakers. So we finna get into it in just a second.
What's our record?
I'm finna tell you in just a minute. In just a minute, cuz hold on real quick. Man, it's always next year, cuz don't feel bad.
I mean, I was doing so fucking good. Goddamn calendar, man. Shit.
Don't feel bad, my nigga. Shit.
So I'm hoping if we beat this whole goddamn calendar, that should put us right back in the next year, in the next year's calendar. But what ain't it like every fucking year?
I think so. This the first time, me and you have played the NBA Cup, cuz.
Wow.
All right, let's get it in.
Where y'all at? We 23-1.
Hold on. I was just getting ready to start my game. Hold up. Y'all, what?
23-1.
23, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. What's your record?
Hold on, let me go check. I'm in the break right
Cause we 21 and 2.
now. We 23-1.
Yeah, you ahead of me. Cause we 21 and 2. But not for now.
How many games y'all got so far?
Shit, we on our 22nd game.
Hold on, let me got mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37,
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
48, 49, 50, 51.
And the starting lineup has concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Greg Barrett. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. And the Clippers starting five. The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Jones in at the 3 slot. And for the Lakers, the guard spot filled by Russell and Reed. Down in the block, it's LeBron and Davis. And it's Hachimura in at the 3 spot. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, bet.
James against Leonard. Inside, 5 on the clock. No good from Zubac. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. There's Russell with the 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, I don't think that kind of range scares off D'Angelo Russell.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Davis. Pass to James.
What up, Livin with the main hands?
With nobody on him, there is the jumper.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles. He was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here. 7-point differential. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They really focused on getting good looks.
It looked like the directive in that game was that they wanted to attack, and all that work that they put in on the perimeter turned into a big night from deep.
Here's Leonard following the bucket by the Lakers. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
To the middle. Here's Leonard. Shot to stop the run.
Capable of guarding any position. LeBron is also skilled at just contesting shots.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, I briefly spoke with the Lakers head coach. Now we talked about the unique challenge of Kawhi Leonard. From his perspective, coach said Kawhi's strength is the issue. You can throw a lot at him and he'll just fight through it. So intelligence is the key. High IQ defense against a high IQ player. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks.
And let's take a look now at the numbers for Hachimura. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. And he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in 3-point shooting.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Now here's Jones. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. The pass to Powell. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Jones. They can't stop the run with that one. And now the fast break. Hachimura with the ball. Russell with a wide open look. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Pretty simple solution to ending this run. It was just
what's up,
getting
Lucas?
back and actually playing some defense.
Harden against Russell. Harden kicks to Leonard. Rebounded by the Lakers. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
impressive.
Sitting up here playing the game right now, look,
just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
And the Clippers call time here. In this early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
Yeah, they call a timeout. Hey, what's up, DD? Thanks for the 100%.
It's time, everyone. Let's hear it for your Lakers.
A moment now to check out some numbers for Ivica Zubac.
Here for your Lakers youth dance team.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. And up before again for the Lakers, running the court. There's Russell with the 3. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Russell's got 11
Hello,
points.
DD.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And the Lakers making a change here. Vincent's checked in, but Clippers also making some changes. Mann comes in for Jones, and it's Russell Westbrook in for Norman Powell. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Looking for their first basket of the game. Here's Westbrook. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's James, and James throws it down home.
Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim, that time on display.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Westbrook kicks to Leonard. Here's Harden on the wing. The Lakers with the rebound. Russell dishes to LeBron. Shoots over Leonard. And James with the basket on the assist by Russell. 6 points for LeBron.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And finished off by LeBron.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Russell against Westbrook. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Russell. Now the Lakers on the break. And James throws it down.
Well, tough to hold on to the ball with those fast hands from D'Lo that are active.
Tipped away. Out to the wing. Down low. Now the Lakers on the break. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Russell's got 13 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Passes to Zubac. Back to Mann. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
Lakers ball.
Still without a basket. basket in the game.
Clippers substitution, Kevin Porter Jr.
What?
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
LA ball.
Westbrook with it. A 14-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously, put on a passing clinic.
And that's it for the first quarter. What's been a very lopsided game. Lakers ahead, running away with this one. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
So for the Clippers right now, down the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Porter is out there with Russell Westbrook, and it's Jones in at the three. And here are the Clippers now, following the bucket by the Lakers. Outside Leonard. 11 feet away. Second chance shot and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. James, the pass to Reeves. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Throughout his career, LeBron James has been marveling at his passing skills. So special and makes everybody better.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Davis with it. Zubac defending. Deep. Reeves. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his third assist on the night.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just spanning the plane.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Leonard, who's coming off a 28-point game against Sacramento. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Teron Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David, and it's blocked. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Reeves, throws down the breakaway jam.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel
I
or
like
by
any
tactics.
tight,
Here's
except
Westbrook
for
following the bucket by the Lakers.
except for Opera.
And LeBron with a clear path to the hoop. And James throws it down home.
Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Knocked away. Jones kicks to Westbrook. Back to Jones. And it's the Lakers on the break. Goes up, and James throws it down.
Another great performance here from LeBron on the offensive end. Man, that is the norm.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter, with about 3 minutes gone by. The Lakers, another fast break chance right here. The fast break ends at the rim with the jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here's Leonard. Still scoreless. Missed inside.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot. When they come down on this end, you can't find a way to get the embers going.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Porter against Reeves. Porter dishes to Jones. Out of bounds. Clippers ball. Clippers keep possession. Vanderbilt checked in for LeBron. And then for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Leonard. Norman Powell comes in for Kevin Porter. And it's James Harden in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Harden. And a miss there off the inbound. Hey, Bones, what do you think is a part of the game that some casual fans don't really understand that well?
Kevin, outside of the contest right here in front of us, let's think about the long schedule the teams are dealing with. How many times the coaches employ different lineups and strategies so that by the end of the year, they have optionality in what they can do on the floor.
Now here's Harden. 23 points for him the last game against Sacramento.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in. And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Here's Christie. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
Now, here is Harden. He has yet to score. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
And the Clippers have possession. Another steal. Reeves the pass to Vincent. Driving inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Fast break, the Lakers. 6 for 6. He's got the miss from the field.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Stolen by Reeves. Lets the 3 fly. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And wasting no time in transition, really pushing the pace.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Knocked loose. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
A lot of points off their turnovers this quarter. Way too many.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Christian Woods checked in for Anthony Davis. Hachimura comes in for Christie. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Austin Reeves. And the Clippers with a change here too. Mans checked in for Norman Powell. Takes the 13-footer. Wood with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And to this time,
This the LA Clippers versus the LA Lakers.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
9 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Hachimura the pass to Vincent. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are
That's
some
what
nights
game
where
this is,
they run out of
cuz
options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. Right back after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half.
This our second time playing.
It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Their passing was clearly superior in the first half. They were playing a team game, not one-on-one basketball. Good player movement, good ball movement, and they have a healthy lead to show.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
First of all, where's the intensity on game? You think when a team is pumping you like this, you at least try to sort of stop it. Nope. They keep giving up open looks, letting the league get bigger and bigger and bigger.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's Russell. Down in the block, it's LeBron and Davis. D'Angelo Russell out there with Gabe Vincent. Hachimura in at the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Enzo Powell will bring it up for the Clippers. On the wing, Harden. And stolen by Russell. And now, here's Davis, the fast break opportunity.
Just a stellar effort from Anthony Davis, sprinting down the floor, one of the fastest bigs in the league, and he gets rewarded.
Here's Powell. Hasn't made one yet. Cloak loose. He dishes it to Leonard. Now Powell. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. No good from outside. James against Leonard. Here's Davis. Yes. That's James picking up the assist. James has got 5 assists tonight.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Harden the pass to Leonard. The fader. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Vincent. Back to Russell. 6 for 6. And the miss from the field.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Russell's got everything to fall. Shooting 6 for 6 tonight.
Thanks for the 100%, DD.
From the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's Vincent. And the layup falls. Vincent's got 21 in the game.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So, it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Vincent, and he dunks it down.
Great pass from Rui there. You can see he likes setting up his teammates.
quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And here is Powell. No scoring in this one. Jones against Hachimura. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Harden. And the Clippers miss again. Lakers have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90%.
That is what makes LeBron James so special. Size and the handle, a nightmare to cover.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Powell in the high post. Out left to the wing. Harden outside. Trying to end the drought. LeBron with the block.
Big time swat, LeBron James making his presence felt.
And LeBron throws it down.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
And the Clippers have possession after the basket by the Lakers. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
A jump ball has been called.
And the Clippers have possession. Knocks it loose. And so the ball's out of bounds. Hachimura touched it last.
LA ball.
And taking a broader
Shout out to the one.
the year-over-year scoring trend for Norman Powell.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now here's Powell. Nothing on the board.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him. He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Leonard.
Yeah, this has been a night where you can look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Here's Vincent. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 6 assists in the game. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
Well, if you add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they played with. I mean, you look in the eyes of these guys, they're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. And stolen by James. Now the Lakers on the break. And LeBron throws it down hard.
LeBron is just dominating right now, aware of the defense, and has not feared one since he came into the league.
They get a hand on it. Harden scanning the floor. Pass to Zubac. Just 5 to shoot. They need this. That one off the back iron and out.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And the dunk by Hachimura.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Lakers ahead, running away with it. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Los Angeles. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And it's the Clippers ball. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Kevin Porter is out there with Bones Highland. And there's Batum. Then it's Terrence Mann. And it's Bamba in at the foul, roaming the paint. And LeBron James gets it to go.
Instead of playing through LeBron, that time they set him up.
Bamba with it. The pass to Mann. Some players, Brent, have claimed entertainment is emphasized over competition. What do you think?
Well, I think there's a great balance, and the league does a great job of promoting its stars. But at the end of the day, Kevin, trust me, guys who are out here have a love for the game, a passion for the competition, and that's what we want to see.
Wood, he's checked in for the Lakers.
Christian Wood.
Okay, that's what's up.
And it's the Lakers ball. From deep, James gets it to go from beyond the arc. LeBron's got 29.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. James against Highland. And stolen by LeBron. Fires the three. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Great outside. Really fueling for this run.
Porter against Christmas. Here's Highland. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Wood with the bucket.
I mean, you got to be honest. So the transition defense just has been lacking.
And here are the Clippers. Now, here's Porter. The dish now to Batum. To end the run. It's rebounded by Hayes. Lakers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Here's Connect. And there's another one for the Lakers.
I love how aggressive Connect is off the catch. Shots like that prove he belongs in this league.
Here's Mann. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Pass to Batum. Poked away. On the wing, Batum. 5 to shoot. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. Do fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. There are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
And the Lakers making a change here. Good Shafino's check in.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
That's tipped. Here's Christie. And Hayes throws it down.
If you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
To the wing right side. Back to Porter. And here comes the break for the finish. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Stolen by Connect. And it's the Lakers on the break. There's the triple. And another 3 for the Lakers.
It's been this way since halftime.
Shout out to the two.
Production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Christie powered down with both hands.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Now, man. Every team eventually goes through a coaching change, Brent, and how jarring is that when it happens, for instance, in midseason?
Well, Kevin, it can be pretty devastating for some teams, but for other teams, that change could be refreshing. And a lot of times, when coaches had a longer tenure with a team, you can feel like a fish out of water with a new voice coming in.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse, and they were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so looking at the number, this will be number 22 on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for LeBron.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Leonard, he's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Christie kicks to Wood. Buries the long-range jumper.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
They get a hand on it. Christie against Porter. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Here's Leonard. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Wood against Batum. And there's Wood. That's good on the assist by Hayes.
And how about Wood there adapting to the defense? Can't get inside, so he just takes the mid-range.
Now the Lakers on the break. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
This is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels and keep attacking. They never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. We were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did coming out of that timeout and never look back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Let's see who we play next, y'all. Okay, we back on a 2-game road trip. What up, Didi? We back on a 2-game road trip. We got the San Antonio Spurs and then we go to Houston. After Houston, we start our next week. We only got one home game stretch against the New York Knicks for the first time. And then we go Chicago, we go to Dallas, Minnesota Timberwolves, we go to Minnesota, and then we go to Oklahoma City for the second time. But for right now, let's get back into San Antonio. Hopefully we don't got to see San Antonio no more.
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce.
What you been up to, DD? Shout out to the 3.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Russell and Reeves teaming up in the backcourt. It's LeBron at power forward with AD as the center. And it's Hachimura in at the 3. And for the Spurs, Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. And it's Paul in at the point. Well, we have the small ball era, Clark, but now size is a premium once again.
VA, another example of how things change but also stay the same. Small ball skills with size is what we want to see now, and that's what's happening across all the teams in the league.
And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Who poked away? That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
Lakers ball.
Reeves against Vassell. The 3, James. Offensive rebound. Reeves laid it in with a nice touch.
What a save by Reeves. He saw what was happening ahead of time and was one step ahead of that play.
Up top, Vassell. Checked by Davis. They get the rebound. Outside Reeves. He takes it in, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, there's a flow that's just nice when you watch Reeves play. Smooth on that drive right there.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. 4-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Vassell passes to Paul. Davis with a rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
San Antonio with the ball. The Lakers getting their last shot to go.
Still looking to get their offense in gear. 0 for 3 to start this game.
James outside. From outside the arc. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys.
Time out.
Be happy with this start offensively.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Anthony Davis.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Here's Paul. Deflected.
Well, I tell you what, his teammates love seeing this. So do I. I mean, when Russell is able to block a shot, that's a big bonus.
And James gets it to go.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away. Tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
And it's the Lakers' ball. They've gone on a 13-0 run. Hachimura from long range. And another 3 for the Lakers.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Now here's Sohan. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Vassell against Reeves. The 11-footer. Vassell can't get it to go. The Lakers lead by 16. And for an up-and-coming San Antonio Spurs team, Grant, what's the key for them in your mind?
I'd have to say, B.A., that it's patience. You know, young guys need time to develop the game and learn from experience.
Calling time out again.
Become stars overnight.
San Antonio calls timeout. Well, Clark, we're used to seeing a coaching carousel, but in recent years, even winning teams have changed coaches.
Well, you know, that is true, and at least the profession is getting a pay raise overall. But for teams looking to break through, B.A., changing the coach still seems to be the default button that most teams like and are more comfortable pushing.
Well, when it comes to shooting from beyond the arc, these are the league leaders. And you look at Vincent, he is downright lethal from distance, ranking first in the league in three-point percentage. And, of course, LeBron James.
And the way both of these guys open up the floor with their long-range shooting, you just can't afford to give them any airspace from deep.
And stolen by Reeves. The three from Russell. And Los Angeles, another three.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it. And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now here's Vassell. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. Jumps up. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end. Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Got a piece of it. Here's Paul.
2 minutes.
To snap the cold streak. And Reeves pulls it down.
Putting up a goose egg bagel this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
That one drops for him. Russell's got 5 now.
They're pushing the ball at pretty much every opportunity. 7 straight fast break points. They've got the defense gasping for breath right now.
Now here's Vassell. No made baskets yet. Shoots over Davis. Wembanyama down low. He's covered by Reeves. Just 5 on the clock. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. He shoots. That one's good from James on the assist from Hachimura. 7 points in the game. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance. Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
And finished off by Davis.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd. Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
They get it again. Outside for Wembanyama. Sohan outside. 6 to shoot. And here we go. Lakers running again. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance. Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Paul against Russell. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
Lakers ball. Substitution on the court.
Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. It'll count. Austin Reeves has been on display for the Los Angeles Lakers. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly.
32.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, Lakers look pretty much in control here.
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one. Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Los Angeles has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. And so in the game for the Lakers, Vanderbilt and Davis patrol the paint. Then it's Gabe Vincent, then it's Rui Hachimura, and it's Christie in a 2-guard. Here's Branham. They swipe it. And here they go on a free run to the bucket. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Woo! His energy is unmatched. And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Stolen by Davis. Let's go with a three. Nice shot by Christie. Christie's got 5 now.
Great feed from Davis, a big guy with nice vision.
Outside Jones. The ball's knocked loose. Pushing it up, Los Angeles. Lakers again in transition. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Branham, following the score by Los Angeles. Here's Christie. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
San Antonio with the ball, following the score by the Lakers. Clock at 6. To stop the run. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Here's the break. Here's Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Here's Jones, following the score by Los Angeles. Here's Barnes. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
With nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, we're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see. And your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that.
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. San Antonio with the ball, following the score by the Lakers. Outside Davis. The 3 ball. Ooh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
We see it happen again. They give the ball away, and it immediately hurts them.
Yeah, that's been the pattern, guys. I mean, their turnovers not only killing their offensive flow, but fueling the fire at the other end.
What you talking about, wrestling?
That's a losing combo.
Fast break. Here come the Lakers. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Fires from deep. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. Davis has got 3 assists tonight.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Clark, one topic that
your dad's show is better than hers.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
You heard me.
Branham, following the score by Los Angeles. And that one's long.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Here's Vanderbilt. Again, the Lakers score.
You got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
And it's Jones with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. And here we go. Lakers running again. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Takes it inside. Here's Davis. And there's another one for the Lakers.
They're turning it over, and their opponent
Go ahead.
isn't. That's the difference.
I tell you what, guys, this game would look a lot different, would have a different texture if they didn't give the ball away so much. I mean, that's really been the storyline so far.
So it's San Antonio now, following the score by Los Angeles.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant. Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
Right wing. Here's Christie. And another three for the Lakers.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And so it's Los Angeles making this game a no contest. They've poured it on early, and they've never let up. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Bernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. And I'm Kevin Harlan. But from this game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He ended up with 15 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals. What do you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball game.
Shaq, what's your take on San Antonio?
It's their defense that put them in this spot. Giving up easy looks.
That's your dad.
They don't have easy looks. Game plan in place. Check out the field goal. Well, that's not going to cut it. I don't even want to talk about it.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. With that, Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. A fantastic game from Anthony Davis in this one.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands picked plenty of pockets.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. And it's Paul in at the point. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Now here's Vassell. He's scoreless and stolen by Reeves. Russell to pass to Reeves. Count the basket.
Hey, we know it's hard to score in this league. Reeves knows that too. That's why he wants to score in transition whenever he can.
Reeves has gone
real mindset was better than your mind.
Pass to Wembanyama. And here's Sohan. Knocked away. James deciding where to go with it. And slam dunk by James.
Speed and power and the ability to finish with both hands make LeBron James's drives deadly.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Russell. And then Russell with the dunk.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Now the Lakers moving it up. He's all alone. And then Russell with the dunk.
Can't teach that kind of court awareness. Nice steal by Reeves.
And Man, they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Now here's Vassell, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Nabbing another steal, and that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it.
And he gets the bucket. Reeves has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, a pretty easy solution to stopping this run
Stay
would
in
be
the
to get
child's
back on
place,
defense.
and we
It's pretty
good.
simple.
To the wing, right side. Ball finds Vassell. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. Here's Davis, plenty of space. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Davis has got 19 points.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Vassell, and it's blocked by Davis.
Got to be careful putting up a shot around Anthony Davis.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game is going.
Yep, that one goes.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rush stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
To get back on track.
Hello.
Rebounded by LeBron.
What up,
James
Wiz?
has got 4 rebounds now. Outside for Russell. And there's another one for the Lakers.
You know, with good form, a quick release, and a nice feel, Russell's comfortable in catch and shoot situations.
Oh, we playing San Antonio.
Now here's Sohan. Check by James.
For the second time.
Sohan, pass to Paul. Tipped.
Right now, 22 and 2.
Driving to the basket, and Davis slams it home.
Wow, Davis on fire right now. Doing just about anything he wants on offense.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
And then Russell with the dunk.
Yeah, I heard.
You know, we've seen a big jump from Russell in terms of his production. Now he's a legitimate scorer.
And once we win this game, we 23 and 2.
Now here's Paul. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Sohan. Back to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Vassell outside. And the shot clock expires. 44-second violation.
Los Angeles.
And a chance now to bring up the NBA steals leaders from the last month of action. You look at Russell, better be careful around him when you have the ball. The league leader in steals. And of course, Gabe Vincent, he's a menace to any ball handler and loves to jump.
Go ahead, baby.
These two guys have made out like bandits over this past month.
I was calling you, baby, my
steals
nigga.
over that brief time frame.
Now here's
I'm
Russell.
talking to my wife.
He's got 16. Drops in the 3.
Gary said, hey,
He's
baby.
really been on a roll this quarter.
She
Seems
said, hey,
like
she
everything he
dreadful,
throws up
but-
is finding bottom.
Now here's Sohan. The D's right on him.
Yeah, shit, it was fun starting an argument with your ass last night.
Rebounded by LeBron. James has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Christie.
Boy, how in the hell you missed
San Antonio
that?
will have it.
San Antonio ball.
God damn,
San
boy.
Antonio ends up going with a new group. Hachimura's checked in for the Lakers. Vincent comes in for Russell. For San Antonio, they've gotten 0 shots to go out of 6 attempts. That's tipped. Vincent with the ball. He's picked up by Jones. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. Here's Branham. He's covered by Reeves. And stolen by Reeves. They're running. Ball's going up the court. Here's Davis. And Davis.
Good job, Davis.
His ability to dominate games is what makes Anthony Davis a top-tier player.
23 seconds left in the third quarter.
You should know that one yourself, living with the Cavs.
Here's Bassie.
No, she's asking what's my favorite film. I told her she should know that one herself.
First foul of the game.
First personal foul. First.
You know what I'm saying, cuz? It was just like me and her was talking. She was talking about she bust out. Mom show is better than you and Dad. I was like, no. I was like, me and your dad show is better than your mom.
The jumper drops. Vincent's got a second basket of the night.
I was like, yeah. I was like, me and your dad show is better than your mom.
And finding easy points while the other guys
did she call it?
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
You might have to play them again, so don't get too lucky. Man, we got to jump on GTA tonight, cuz we ain't been on.
And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm.
And then when is double money supposed to kick in?
I'm kind of stoked that this was the choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
What is your favorite food?
And 1 quarter to go.
Smokey and the Bandit on the movie. Soul food for the food.
Contest. On the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Jackson Hayes is out there with Connect. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Gabe Vincent. And it's Hood Schifino in at the 2. He goes up. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, look, I mean, great anticipation on one end leads to points on the other.
Boy, there's not much defense.
Man, that's next year.
Once a steal is made, that's the best time to attack on the break.
Man, you
it's a one-on-one
don't
situation.
Get that football, the rest of that football season out the way, cuz.
Slam dunk.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense.
But no, what I'm saying, cuz, let me see what's the data. 12.
Try to get your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Let me see, today the 12.
Davis with the block.
That's what happens when you challenge Davis.
Football, Dallas starts in 3 more days.
Here's Vincent. He buries it from 3. And now we'll get a perspective here on how
Dallas Cowboys take the field on the 15. So you're going to have to get your finish that football schedule up.
Testing shots and have managed to come away with some blocks too.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive and they've not let up.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy,
yeah, we 22-2 right now. Going to be 23-2.
Here's Wesley. Following the
I think
score
our
by the
last
Lakers.
game of this week is Houston.
Stolen by Davis. And up the floor again for the Lakers. Running the court. And Davis slams it home.
AD showing you his energy at the defensive end, being the catalyst for a fast break chance.
Wesley, pass to Bassie. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Pass to Vincent from 18 feet away. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And usually teams go on runs from a bunch of layups and dunks, but that's not the case here.
Here's Wesley. Got a hand on it. Now here's Vincent. He's guarded closely. Here's Hood Schifino. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feet.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And here are the Lakers. They're rolling here with a 15-point run. Pass to Connect. The 3 is up. And Los Angeles, another three.
A go-to shot for Connect. You know, he takes pride in burying these long-range missiles.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Vincent.
Oh, damn!
Wow, man. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Can, bringing you the sauce. Tipped away. And here's the fast break. Here's Hood Schifino. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Just a strong finish there, guys.
Hey, needed just one hand to do it.
Sometimes that's all you need.
And it's Vincent off the drive. And that one is stuffed right through.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Boy, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
And guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out, he can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that quick.
San Antonio with the ball, following the score by Los Angeles. And the foul on Gabe Vincent. That's his first foul of the game. And the Spurs with some changes. Sohan's checked in for Kelishvili. Johnson comes in for Barnes. And it's Chris Paul in for Wesley. Christie's checked in for the Lakers. Reeves comes in for Hood Schifino. Here's Paul. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
Russell's checked in for Vincent. Shot clock at 6. They still need this. And Reeves pulls it down.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Hayes finds Russell from deep. And Los Angeles, another three.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Paul passes to Sohan. Now Paul. And it's blocked by Davis.
He's going to get the score differential in this one. I mean, a truly commanding and dominant performance here for the Lakers.
What would you say the deciding factor in this game was, Grant?
Yeah, B.A., ultimately you have to look at their field goal percentage. They were the more efficient team because they found clean looks all night.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
And so they're able to hold on strong once again and go up 2-0 in this season series. And with only one game left to play between them this season, I'm sure they're hoping for a clean sweep against the Spurs.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Anthony Davis.
I think his authoritative defense was huge for them tonight. He established early that he wasn't allowing easy buckets. And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Now the Lakers moving it up. By himself, and then Russell with the dunk.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's the Lakers on the break for the finish, and then Russell with the dunk.
On the fast break, D'Angelo gets a good release down court, finishes the job there.
So we see the Lakers taking the W here. A statement road victory. So
San Antonio Spurs for hosting us and letting our fans with your fans. For some, we got y'all 137%. See y'all next time go around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you next time.
Where you from? Let's see who we play next. Okay, we on our way to Houston before we fly back home. So let's get this game out the way. Oh, we 23-2. When year were you born in? 'Cause 1981. Why? Living with the K's. Oh, okay.
Shooting guard, 6 feet 7 inches. Number 1 for Minnesota. Starting at small forward at 6'6" Number 9, the other forward, standing 6 foot, number 17, Isa. Starting at the other guard, at 6 foot.
This is the last one till later on, because our record is 23-2. How many games did you play?
6'10", number 28. The head coach of Joe Austin. Once again, your Houston Rockets.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time
No,
for NBA action.
this is my third.
Hi everyone, I'm Kevin
My
Harlan.
second
With
game
me,
was the Spurs.
And Greg Anthony. And as always, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge joining us from the sideline. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. The guard spots filled by Russell and Reed. Down in the block, it's LeBron and Davis. And it's Hachimura in at the 3. And for the Rockets, Thompson is out there with Fred VanVleet. Then there's Dylan Brooks.
We 23-2 right now. We win this game, we'll be 24-2. What's your record, Cuzzo?
Each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Tip-off goes to Houston. To the inside. Second shot opportunity, and Davis sends it back. And pushing it out, here's Los Angeles. Reeves, that's a 2-pointer. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
It's the confidence of Austin Reeves. He just knows what his shot is.
Poked loose. VanVleet, right side. And Davis pulls it down.
A cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
LeBron passes to Hachimura. And the shot goes down. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Oh, okay.
Serious if he's heading
we back at home because we got to play the New York Knicks for the first time.
And the Rockets making a change here. Whitmore is checked in. Şengün passes to Eason. Here's Brooks. And Davis pulls it down.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
You talk about reputations, RJ. You have one like Dylan Brooks.
I'll give it to this man. He is fearless. He
Living with the kids, that's not your bro, that's your dad.
Dylan is trying to get in their head. You want guys like that on your side.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. Now, when asked about the game plan on Anthony Davis, Coach said we have to do our best to keep him out of the paint. That's where he's most effective. If he beats us with his jump shot, well, we can live with that. Interior defense will be put to the test. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. So it's the Rockets now, following the bucket by the Lakers. Thompson passes to Eason. And now it's Davis running. He can go all the way. And it's Davis finishing it off.
This is Davis at his scariest. Impact defense and instant offense. That is a nice combination.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Yeah, they weren't doing themselves any favors missing all those free throws. You could sense the frustration mounting as the game went on.
No charge.
Just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Russell looking around. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
And one thing the Lakers are so adept at, Greg, in putting their sets to have different players start the action.
Yeah, it takes a high level of basketball IQ to do that on the fly. Makes defending the Lakers a nightmare. You never know how they'll attack you.
Putting on a show. The moment Russell got the ball, he knew this was all him.
The drive by James from downtown. And Davis with the basket on the assist by James. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And it's time for an injury report. Let's get an update now on Fred VanVleet. What's the status, David?
Well, Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Rockets. He suffered a strain in his neck, and he told me that it's really stiffened up on him. He won't return for this game, and depending on the final prognosis, he may miss a number of games before he will return. I'll let you know more details as soon as I find them out. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know Greg how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
RJ, for the few teams already suffering big-time injuries, how do they keep up their spirits? How do they keep going?
I feel like the term next man up is overused, but what it comes down to is you need to have faith in the guys you have available.
Still not time.
Making some changes. Adams comes in for Şengün. And it's Jae'Sean Tate in for Dillon Brooks. Rockets trail by 21. Now Thompson. Still without a basket. Pass to Eason. And it's denied. Now the Lakers on the break. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Here's Thompson after the basket by Los Angeles. From deep, James.
LeBron, we used to the fuck up, boy. God damn it.
And it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Tate. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Lakers leading by 23. And Richard, you've watched LeBron James over the years. His approach never wavers. It never changes.
He is all business all the time, on the court, off the court. The consistency of his focus and mental toughness is unbelievable.
Pass to Eason. And the official signaled a backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Anthony Davis. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And yeah, he's been a brutal shot blocker all season long. As you said, top 5 in the league. He's a dangerous force to face inside. Green, he's checked in for Houston. Aaron Holiday comes in for Tari Eason. And then for Los Angeles, Vanderbilt's checked in for James. And it's Gabe Vincent in for D'Angelo Russell.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Holiday, the pass to Tate. And that one goes long. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Lakers. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, your second unit, those reserves, they can swing a game.
Here's Thompson following the basket by Anthony Davis. Ball's knocked loose. They grab their own miss. The Lakers controlling the game. Here's Vanderbilt.
Oh, damn!
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
A deep three from Thompson. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And the buzzer sounds in the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Lakers on top, running away with this one. And will return shortly. So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
Here's Vincent. Still yet to score. RJ, the Rockets don't just have young talent. They have elite young talent.
Yeah, you can have all the high draft picks in the world. That doesn't mean you're going to hit on the right guy. But Houston, they certainly have.
Green is out there with Dylan Brooks. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
And here are the Rockets now, after the basket by Los Angeles. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Now the jump ball.
And so it's Houston with it. Here's Vanderbilt, and the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Vanderbilt's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Now here's Holiday, not a lot of room, and it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Vincent. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Here's Christie. He picked up 15 points in their last win against San Antonio.
And defensively, he's been all over the place, wreaking havoc and pouncing on a number of steals.
Now here's Holiday. Defended by Vincent. And here we go. Lakers running again. Passes it to Hachimura. Shoots the 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Poked away. He's all alone. Here's Vincent. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Here's Holiday after the basket by the Lakers. A floater. Vincent with the rebound.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, you need to find some sort of momentum.
Just solid with the jump shot. Hachimura helps your offense in a number of ways. In that case, spacing the floor.
Last break, the Lakers jumps up, pushes it down to finish the break.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, and that's made a huge difference. They're making the most of the chances on the break. Transition buckets decide more games than people think.
And so Houston out again, turning it over. And RJ, even without a consistent jumper, Amen Thompson has proven to be a productive player.
And that jumper should develop over time. But he does everything else at a high level. He's extremely versatile, especially on that defensive end, Kevin.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Şengün's checked in for Adams. Whitmore comes in for Jeff Green. And Shepard subbed in for Aaron Holiday.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Drives to the hoop, and he slams it one-handed.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Right now, I've sent it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA, totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
There are so many ways Hachimura gets the job done.
It's stolen by Hachimura. And now the fast break. Hachimura with the ball. Here's Vincent. And again, it's the Lakers.
And the transition D right now, just non-existent.
Rockets have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. The pass to Şengün. No good again that time. Los Angeles has gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. Pass to Christie for the three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been off.
Shepard with the ball. Defended by Vincent. Got a piece of it. Over to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Rondale's checked in for Brooks. And the Lakers also making a change. Russell's checked in.
I still got an hour and a half drive to my delivery. Not delivery, but my next pickup.
41 seconds left here in the second. Just 3 to shoot. Thompson for the triple. LeBron grabs the miss. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Vincent. And another basket for the Lakers.
And it's not the half-court D that's been the problem. It's scores like that which are killing them.
Here's Shepard. He's guarded by Russell. Tipped away. And stolen by Russell. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Good awareness from Russell, able to force that turnover and start the break.
Vanderbilt against Şengün.
I don't know for sure, Jack.
Capitalize inside.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And so it's Los Angeles with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. Their defense has been terrific in this game. They'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The Lakers did not hesitate to set the pace. They ended up scoring 14 unanswered points, really doing damage early. The effort, the intensity, impressive. They delivered a real beatdown in the first quarter, ending with a whopping lead. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play. Helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, they're not finding good shots, and that starts with their ball movement. Too much hero baseball. Sharpen up the attack. More motion. quick cuts. Get the ball inside. There's no way they're coming back with that type of play.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
I'm trying to hurry up. I want to get parked. I want to get parked by, come on. I want to get parked by 2 a.m.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. One guy who's been getting it done is Rui Hachimura.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. So for the Lakers right now, the guard spots filled by Russell and Reeves. Down in the block, it's LeBron and Davis. And it's Hachimura in at the 3, the small forward. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play, but I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees.
Here's Reeves. He has 6. Deep 2 for Russell. And that one's on target from the wing. Russell's got 8.
This is Russell's game. He is an active and ready shooter off the catch.
And stolen by Russell. Going inside. And the slam dunk by Russell.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want. The other, not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
And so it's Houston with it after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Reeves. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Thompson with it. Scoreless thus far. To the paint. To stop the run. Here's Şengün. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You cannot play worse offensively, although he's trying. I mean, he hasn't made one shot yet.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get taken in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for the Rockets. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Woods checked in. Cranes the three-pointer. Hachimura's got 24.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
Stolen by Reeves. Kicks it to Russell. Finished off the break. Russell's got 6 here in this quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. And there it is again. They get careless with the basketball, and immediately it costs them.
Rockets have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Here's Holiday. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Wood with the bucket.
Have to be impressed with Wood's tenacity from the interior. Outstanding work down there.
And so Brooks will bring it up for the Rockets. They're scoreless since the first half. A moment for an injury report. And now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Anthony Davis is doing. David.
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from Los Angeles' head athletic trainer. He said he looked at the wrist, and fortunately, it looks like there's no significant damage. Right in the heart of the schedule, this is a major blow. The coaches are going to find out a lot about their team. Guys?
Thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. Adams, he's checked in for Houston.
Here for your Rockets, Steven Adams.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Shot clock at 5. They swipe it. Pass break. Here we go. Reeves, that's a two-pointer. Again, Los Angeles.
Look at Wood finding ways to contribute. Sees an open man and drops a dime.
Knocks it loose. Adams dishes to Holiday. Back to Adams. And so Houston again turning it over.
Los Angeles ball.
These players have been all about defense lately. Here are the steal leaders in the NBA this month. And you look at Russell, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league. And of course, Gabe Vincent. This is another guy who can defend so very well. Such quick reflexes.
Between these two guys, it's been quite a month of wavering. Just look at the steals for them over that period of time. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Elijah Wan, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame. And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Reeves. Russell trying to free himself up. Reeves gets the bucket. Reeves has got 14 points for the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Holiday against Russell. Pass to Şengün. Back to Holiday.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Whoa, look out! Look out!
Wow, okay, I see you.
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. He put a little extra on that one.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Knocked loose. Holiday against Russell. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Trying to get something going. Reeves with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And Russell gets it to go.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Russell against Howard. Nabbing another steal.
And you got to be careful around him.
You know, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Lakers ahead, just dominating this one. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Jayshawn Tate. Shepard out there with Griffin. And it's Green. And it's Landale in at the 5 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. James still enjoys putting on a show.
And so here is Houston. The next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Griffin. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Passes it to Hayes. Three-pointer on the way. Hands it from downtown. Hayes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Shepard. James defending. All alone, and finished off by LeBron.
And just a sensational two-way threat. Once Bron gets the steal, like he is immediately looking to attack.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
And now James pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Here's Shepard and the rejection by LeBron.
And Bron with the block. Look, the shooters are working hard, but he is all over them.
There's the 3, and it's connects. That time on the assist by Wood. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is getting steals, and that can be attributed to their tenacious style defensively. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just right there.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Shepard. James defending. Shepard the pass to Griffin. Pass break, the Lakers. Here's Wood. And finished off by Wood.
I always love seeing big men move. Wood getting the reward for his hustle.
Here's Christie. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Christian Wood.
Rockets have gone 0-3 to start the 4th quarter. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Shepard. James defending. And there's the pass to Tate. No good, unable to end this run. LA's on 2 for 2 for 3-point land to start the 4th quarter. From deep LeBron, and another 3 for the Lakers.
Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. I'm back.
Unstoppable.
I have to do something for the
defense. Yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Here's Shepard. Oh, that's blocked.
Good block.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Vincent's checked in for Los Angeles.
Vincent.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pass to Landale. Hayes with the steal. Now Vincent. LeBron outside. It's over Tate. Again the Lakers.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Tate the pass to Shepard. From 10 feet out, it's rebounded by Hayes. LA's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Here's James. And LeBron throws it down hard.
When LeBron is being aggressive on offense, you gotta make a change. You can't let him just have his way.
1:39 left in the game. Ball's knocked loose. Shoots it up. Again, the Lakers.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. And the Rockets making a change here. Thompson's checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. Austin Reeves is checked in for LeBron. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Shepard the pass to Landale. Knocks it loose. Over Hayes. It's deflected. Wood against Green. Here's Christie. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Pass to Tate. Passes it to Shepard. Back to Tate. Fires away from outside. No good there. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight.
See y'all next time go around.
Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Anthony, an impressive win, and it seemed like a collective effort out there tonight.
Guys come in and stepped up and played tremendously. You know, so I just go out there and play, you know, with all my energy and everything I had in me and leave it out on the floor, and glad we got the win.
Hey, Anthony, thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you, man.
I want to thank my fans for coming in, living with the man,
for Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge.
And living with the Caves. Thank y'all for coming and kicking with your boy.
And we'll see you next time.
I'll see y'all later on, but for right now, we finna see who we gotta play next.
I didn't get mixed up when we were leaving Biff. I took a wrong turn. They also had a time lapse, but that ate up about 30 minutes or so, so that messed me up. But it is what it is. I don't see any more Landstar entries. We might have got the last one. So, anyway, guys.
Okay. We got one home stretch game against the New York Knicks. Then we on a 3-game road trip. Chicago first. Then we go to Minnesota. Then we go back to Oklahoma. So we got a game. We got some games we got to do. So I see y'all next time. Peace, love, loyalty.